The Sun is a vital part of our solar system and the center of all life on Earth. However, what would happen if the Sun exploded tomorrow? It's a terrifying thought, but one that scientists have studied extensively to understand the potential consequences. Here are some possible outcomes if the Sun were to explode tomorrow. The Sun is the primary source of heat and light for our planet, and its sudden loss would have a catastrophic effect on the Earth's climate. The average temperature on the Earth's surface would plummet within a matter of minutes, and the planet would become incredibly cold. The lack of sunlight would cause the Earth to rapidly cool down, and this would have a domino effect on all living organisms. The temperature drop would be felt all over the planet, from the coldest regions of the Arctic and Antarctic to the hottest parts of the equator. The impact would be sudden and severe, and the sudden change in temperature would lead to chaos in the environment. The sudden drop in temperature could cause the freezing of bodies of water, making them inhospitable to aquatic life, leading to a massive die-off of marine creatures. The loss of sunlight would also impact the Earth's atmosphere. The upper atmosphere, which is heated by the sun's radiation, would cool rapidly, causing the air to contract and leading to changes in the Earth's atmospheric pressure. This change in pressure would cause the atmosphere to become denser, leading to a change in wind patterns and weather conditions. The sudden drop in temperature would also impact the Earth's weather patterns. The formation of clouds and precipitation patterns would be affected, leading to changes in the climate, and these changes could persist for years after the initial explosion. The cold temperatures would cause snow and ice to form, leading to a buildup of ice on the surface of the planet, which would further exacerbate the cooling effect. The Sun is a massive gravitational anchor that holds the Earth in orbit. The gravitational force between the Sun and the Earth keeps our planet in a stable orbit around the Sun. If the Sun were to suddenly disappear or explode, the Earth would lose this anchor, and the planet would be flung out into space. The loss of the Sun's gravitational pull would result in the Earth's inertia carrying it off into the vast emptiness of space. The Earth would continue to travel in a straight line in the absence of any gravitational force, which would result in the planet hurtling out into the darkness of space. As the Earth hurtles away from the Sun, it would continue to lose heat due to the absence of any source of heat or light. The temperature would drop rapidly, and the planet would become a frozen, lifeless wasteland. The lack of heat and light would make it impossible for any life to survive, and the planet would become uninhabitable. The Earth's velocity and trajectory would be influenced by the gravity of other celestial bodies. The gravitational pull of other planets and stars would alter the Earth's path, and the planet could potentially collide with other celestial bodies. This collision could cause catastrophic damage to the Earth, potentially breaking it apart or altering its orbit to an extent that it would no longer be habitable. If the Sun were to explode, the force of the explosion would send out a massive shockwave that would travel through space at the speed of light. This shockwave would be powerful enough to destroy everything in its path, including all of the planets in our solar system. The shockwave would travel through space, carrying with it a vast amount of energy. As it encountered the planets in our solar system, it would cause massive destruction. The force of the shockwave would be enough to pulverize the planets into dust and debris. The shockwave would also generate intense radiation that would be deadly to any living organisms. The radiation would penetrate the Earth's atmosphere, and the planet's protective ozone layer would be unable to stop it. The intense radiation would kill all life on Earth, including plants, animals, and humans. The shockwave would continue to expand and grow in strength as it moved through space. It would cause destruction on an unimaginable scale, wiping out everything in its path. The explosion of the Sun would be one of the most destructive events in the history of the universe, and its effects would be felt for billions of years. The explosion of the Sun would not only generate a massive shockwave but also a vast amount of debris. This debris would consist of the remnants of the Sun's core, including dust, gas, and other particles. The debris would be propelled outwards into space by the force of the explosion, and it would continue to travel through space at high speeds. As the debris traveled through space, it would encounter other planets and stars. The debris would collide with these celestial bodies, causing even more destruction. The force of the collision would be immense, and it could potentially cause planets to be knocked out of their orbits or collide with other planets. The collision of debris with other celestial bodies could also cause the formation of new stars or planets. The collision of debris could trigger the process of nuclear fusion, resulting in the formation of a new star. Alternatively, the collision of debris could lead to the formation of a new planet or moon. The debris from the explosion of the Sun would continue to travel through space for billions of years, spreading out across the universe. Some of the debris may even find its way into other galaxies, where it could potentially collide with other celestial bodies. The Earth's atmosphere is composed of several layers, including the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere. Each of these layers has a unique composition and plays a vital role in protecting the Earth from the dangers of space. The troposphere is where we live and breathe, and it provides protection from harmful radiation and meteoroids. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which helps protect us from the Sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. However, the explosion of the Sun would be so intense that it would strip away these protective layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Without the protection of the atmosphere, the Earth would be exposed to the harsh environment of space. The surface of the planet would be bombarded by harmful radiation and meteoroids, making it impossible for life to survive. The loss of the atmosphere would also result in the loss of the Earth's magnetic field. The magnetic field plays a crucial role in protecting the planet from the solar wind, a stream of charged particles emitted by the Sun. Without the magnetic field, the solar wind would strip away the remaining particles of the Earth's atmosphere, leaving the planet barren and lifeless. Even the hardiest of extremophiles would not be able to withstand the extreme conditions brought about by the Sun's explosion. The lack of sunlight and the absence of an atmosphere would mean that photosynthesis would not be possible, and without this, the entire food chain would collapse. In addition to the loss of life, the explosion of the Sun would also have a significant impact on the physical structure of the planet. The intense heat and pressure from the explosion would cause the Earth's crust to crack and deform, resulting in massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The force of the explosion would also cause the planet to be flung out of its orbit, potentially colliding with other planets or celestial bodies in the universe. After the dust had settled, the Earth would be left as a desolate and barren planet, floating through space. The planet would be unrecognizable from the lush and vibrant world we know today, and all evidence of life would have been erased. In conclusion, the explosion of the Sun would lead to the end of all life on Earth, leaving behind a desolate and barren planet. The lack of an atmosphere and the extreme conditions of space would make it impossible for any living organism to survive. The physical structure of the planet would also be severely impacted, resulting in massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The Sun's explosion would be one of the most catastrophic events in the history of the universe, and its impact would be felt for billions of years to come. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't hesitate to ask any question in the comment section about the video.